Well, today we're going to talk about financial administration, and in particular, we're going to talk about director penalty notices. Now, it's something that perhaps not all directors of small businesses are aware, but as a director of a small company, we all must be aware of the impact of director penalty notices. Now, there's a few key ways to mitigate this risk. But to start off with, what director penalty notices is basically a penalty notice from the tax office that is levied on the director for unpaid employee PAYG and unpaid employee superannuation. And the rules have recently changed to perhaps even include GST. Now, there are a few key ways to mitigate the risk of director penalty notices. The first is that the notice will be sent to the address that the company has registered with ASIC. So very, very important to make sure that ASIC has the right addresses for all directors and for the company itself. Extremely important. The next way to mitigate the risk for director penalty notices is to make sure that the business activity statements for the business are lodged on time. Even if the business can't pay them, they must be lodged on time. Actually, it's 3 months from the due date, so you can even lodge it late, but it's important to lodge these things on time. The third thing we can do to mitigate the risk of director penalty notices is to report superannuation on time. So what a business will typically do when they can't pay their super on time is they'll just pay it late. Now, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing is, by the law, is that you have to actually report the super guarantee charge. So you've got to report that the super hasn't been paid on time, and then you're levied with the superannuation guarantee charge. But it's extremely important because there's no such thing as late superannuation. There's only an obligation to report that it hasn't been paid on time, and then you can still pay it, but it must be reported. So they're the three important ways to mitigate the risk